All right, let's talk about a huge shift that's happening in AI right now. And look, this isn't just about another smart tool. It's really about the arrival of a brand new kind of workforce, what we're calling the digital worker. Okay, so here is the single most important idea to get your head around. We now have software that can literally replace a human one for any task you do on a computer. But what makes this a total game changer is how they do it. For the very first time, these AI agents use a computer just like you and me do, by looking at the screen, moving a cursor, clicking around, just navigating the digital world. So, to really understand where this is all going, we first need a quick map of the AI automation territory as it stands today. Because, it's not all one big thing. There are some really crucial distinctions we need to make. To really get what's new here, we have to separate the hype from the reality. The whole world of AI automation, it really breaks down into three different categories. You've got your classic automations, the AI tools that we've all been playing with, and then this new frontier, AI agents. And trust me, understanding the difference is key. So what's the actual difference? Well, automations are things like Zapier, right? You set it up, and then you forget it. It just runs on a trigger. AI tools, on the other hand, need a human operator. Think about generating content. You give it a prompt, it gives you an output. But AI agents, this is different. They're the systems that actually take action on your behalf, and they operate with their own autonomy. Now, what's really fascinating is that even inside this world of AI agents, there's a huge split starting to happen. And honestly, the best way to understand it is with a super simple analogy, the difference between a dishwasher and a humanoid robot. For the longest time, the agents we've been building are kind of like AI dishwashers. They are machines designed perfectly for one very specific job. They're highly engineered. They plug directly into the digital plumbing of the internet using APIs. They do one thing, and they do it incredibly well. But the new frontier, this is the software version of a humanoid robot. This is a general-purpose agent. It can be taught to do almost any task on a computer. Why? Because it doesn't need a special API. It navigates the digital world visually, the same way you and I do. So here's the bottom line. The specialized agents are like surgeons. They're programmatically integrated to do one specific job with precision. But these new generalist agents, they're like an adaptable new employee. You just need to show them what to do on the screen. No complex integration required. So this brings us to the most practical question of all, right? When do you use the dishwasher and when do you call in the robot? Well, it all comes down to the job you need to get done. Let's get really practical here. For deep, structured tasks like competitor research or scraping a bunch of leads, that specialist dishwasher agent wins, hands down. It's just faster and works at a much, much bigger scale. But for those complex, multi-app admin tasks like managing an email campaign from start to finish or making a slideshow from scratch, doing the research, the analysis, and the creation, that's where the generalist humanoid robot just shines. It can automate all those annoying tasks that have always been so hard to automate. So, what happens when you scale this all up? Well, this technology starts to change way more than just our daily tasks. It's pointing to a really radical new way of thinking about labor, about efficiency, and about the very structure of a company itself. This shift introduces a whole new concept, on-demand labor. Or, maybe a better way to put it is on-demand intelligence. Instead of hiring a person for a role, you can spin up a digital worker for a task and then just spin it down when it's done. We're essentially converting electricity and algorithms into human equivalent labor. Think about a company's headcount. Right now, it's a pretty flat, step-based graph, right? You hire someone, the line goes up. But in the future, if you looked at a real-time graph of human equivalents working at a company, it would start to look more like a crypto chart, spiking up in massive surges as agents are spun up to complete tasks and then falling right back to baseline. Okay, so how do you actually prepare for this? Well, here's a pretty actionable playbook. First, you just audit your daily tasks. Find those repetitive, multi-app workflows that eat up all your time. Then you can start to build personalized agents for each role, and you equip them with the custom knowledge and context they need to actually be useful. But the final step, and honestly the most important one, is training your team how to effectively delegate to their new AI assistants. That's what frees them up for the higher impact work. This whole thing really is about skating to where the puck is going. We are at the very, very beginning of a new labor market, one that isn't just human anymore. So the question isn't just about job replacement. It's about what happens when any business, or any individual for that matter, can deploy 1,000 of these humanoid robot agents for an afternoon. What kind of problems, once thought impossible, suddenly become solvable? That's the future we need to get ready for.